Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a mature white cataract. The cataract is very soft. The patient is 33 years old. And there is history of trauma. I have taken up this case for surgery. Let us observe the surgical steps. This is the main incision with a 2.8 millimeter steel keratom, and now one side port is being made on the left side of the main incision, about 2.5 clock hours away, and an air bubble is then injected into the anterior chamber. And beneath this air bubble, trypan blue dye is applied with this white cataract to stain the anterior capsule. The dye is applied in such a way that there is uniform staining of the anterior capsule. The dye is washed out with BSS. Once this is done, 2% hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose is injected into the anterior chamber. The BSS and air bubble is replaced by this visco. Now one more side port is made about 3 clock hours away from the main incision on the right side, and see the capsulorhexis. As soon as the anticapsule is incised, oily fluid comes out. Without taking any chance to do a large rhexis at this time, I plan a small rhexis. If this small rhexis tends to go to periphery, I have some safety margin to bring it back. And now see what happens. As I try to aspirate some cortical matter, I find that the whole thing is coming out. There is no nucleus. Everything is soft cortical matter. So this cataract will not require a Phacomachine for this surgery. We can remove the lens matter, all the lens matter, using this instrument, 23 gauge Simcoe cannula. Go through the left side port and aspirate the cortex from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And now my plan is to enlarge the rhexis. A Vanna scissor is taken. A small cut is made at the margin of the small rhexis at 8 o'clock. A Utrita forceps is used, and after several attempts I could hold the capsular tag and go anti-clockwise and enlarge this small rhexis into an adequate sized rhexis. This rhexis is not round, but it will serve the purpose. So a large adequate sized rhexis has been performed, and now I go through the right side port and aspirate the lens matter, which is sub-incisional, sub-main incisional. So after several attempts, the chunk of lens matter comes out and it is removed. And now I have to clean the undersurface of the anterior capsular rim and polish the posterior capsule as much as possible. Since the patient is young, I am expecting PCO within 2-3 months, and EAG laser capsulotomy may have to be done to regain vision. This is a single piece monofocal intraocular lens from Hoya. It has yellow tinge. With the help of this Sinskey hook, the intraocular lens is placed in the capsular bag, and now a thorough cleaning of visco is to be done. Again, the 23 gauge Simcoe does the job. Irrigation of the anterior chamber, irrigation of the space behind the intraocular lens, that is the capsular bag. A thorough cleaning of visco is done. Care is taken not to leave any visco behind the intraocular lens. This is a bit of moxifloxacin, and now the side ports are closed, hydrating corneal stroma with BSS on either side of these stab incisions. Now this is the final lavage of the anterior chamber. Again, the anterior chamber as well as the capsular bag is irrigated and aspirated, and then the anterior chamber is nicely formed and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. So in some very soft cataracts, the Phacomachine is not required at all for a good surgery.